Tom Holland has confirmed that they just recently did some reshoots for Spider-Man Brand New Day, and he talked a little bit about why they did these particular reshoots. It also looks like Robert Downey Jr. might be returning in Avengers Doomsday, not just as Tony Stark, but perhaps as another character as well in an epic battle that might take place in Doomsday. And to top it all off, Marvel might be bringing their TV shows to the big screen. A lot to talk about in today's episode. What is going on, Cosmic Crew? Thanks for stopping by the channel today. Tom Holland has recently confirmed in an interview with GQ that they have done some reshoots for Spider-Man Brand New Day. And I gotta say, I love how he phrases all of this, because more often than not, when you do reshoots, when we hear that, oh, recently a movie did a lot of reshoots, sometimes it's associated with just bad things like, oh man, the movie's not good, so we gotta add to it, we gotta film more scenes, or we gotta change this. Tom made it very clear that this was not about really having bad scenes and making them better, but it's just adding to what is already, according to him, a great movie. So this article from Variety reads, Tom Holland says Spider-Man Brand New Day film new scenes, adding more humor and layering in a villain plotline in a new way. It's icing on the cake. This is coming from his interview with GQ magazine, and Tom Holland said this: I can positively say that the stuff we're doing, we don't need. The movie works and sings as it is. We're just adding the icing on the cake in certain areas. We're finding some ways to add a little bit more humor. We're layering in a villain plotline in a new way and some really fun stuff. So, like I said, he's very specific here. I mean, his first sentence is, I can positively say the stuff we're doing, we don't need. So he's trying to paint it in a really good light here. It works and sings as it is. It's a great movie already, is what he's saying. But adding more humor, I like it if it's done correctly. I think most people probably feel the same way. If it's like Thor Ragnarok, great. If it's like Thor Love and Thunder, not so much, right? So it just kind of all depends. And it depends on who it comes from. Is it coming from Spider-Man / Peter Parker, or is it going to come from the Punisher, right? Some things work, some things don't work. So adding more humor, I would like to think it's a good addition. Clearly the studio and Tom Holland himself and Destin Daniel Cretton, the director, think it's a good move to add more humor. So I'm here for it. I hope they do it right. Now, adding or layering in, as Tom Holland said, a more villain plotline for a specific villain, that's really interesting because there are already a lot of villains in this movie. And maybe it's Tombstone that they're working on. The reason I say that is because we know Tombstone is in this film. It's been confirmed, but we didn't see him at all in the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. Perhaps that's because they're kind of working on his story a little bit more and they didn't want to show anything for him in case they had to cut something. And maybe those scenes that they already had, those are some scenes that they reshot. So I'm thinking they're referring to Tombstone, kind of just narrowing in on his story and making it just better, which when you have a movie with so many villains, yeah, it's a great thing to do. So I love this. And again, I love that Tom Holland is trying to kind of make us feel okay about the reshoots. Hey, we're doing this to make the movie better, not because it's bad, but there are some things that we can just add to it. It's good as it is. This makes it better. But let me know what you think about that. So moving on to a report from Insider My Time to Shine Hello. This is something that I expected and kind of hoped for. You'll have to let me know your thoughts. But she states RDJ's Iron Man, that's right, Iron Man, not Doom, RDJ's Iron Man will fight RDJ's Doctor Doom in Avengers Secret Wars. Again, let me know what you think about that, please, because I've seen mixed reactions from people online. Some people replying with lots of GIFs, implying that they're really stoked about it, and then GIFs and comments that they're not stoked about it. Here's the thing. This is one of those things that's kind of like the humor in Spider-Man Brand New Day. If done correctly, this can be epic. Iron Man, played by Robert Downey Jr. versus Doctor Doom, played by Robert Downey Jr. It's something they honestly should do. But there's a caveat, obviously, if it's done correctly. It can't just be a cheap gag, right? It can't just be Iron Man showing up, they reveal it's Robert Downey Jr., he's fighting Doctor Doom, and Doom just kills him super quickly. That's kind of like a gag. It can't really be like that. You don't want a John Krasinski, Mr. Fantastic spaghettification. Not that that scene was cheap in any way, but you want it to last a little bit longer than that, right? So if it's an epic battle that they can give us, if it's an Iron Man suit doing all of the Iron Man things versus Doctor Doom's tech and his sorcery, that's really cool. And it wouldn't cheapen it. And I would expect Robert Downey Jr. to play at least a variant of Iron Man in some way, shape, or form. He doesn't have to have a really big role in Avengers Doomsday, but it would be cool to see. I would add, it would be even cooler to see him as Superior Iron Man. So kind of a more evil version of Tony Stark, depending on what universe's story, depending on the story that they gave Superior Iron Man in whatever universe that he comes from, but kind of, more edgier, kind of more evil Iron Man versus the evil Doctor Doom. That would be cool. You could even flip it, because we know that everyone's going to view Doctor Doom as a good guy for a lot of the movie. It could be an evil Iron Man versus a good Doctor Doom. And that might even be a way that they could really shock, one, the characters in the movie, but two, the audience, where it's like, oh, hey, no, Doom is good. Oh, this Iron Man is evil. And they fight and he takes out Iron Man. Let me know what you think about how this is going to go down in the movies. I think it's a good idea. And I would like it to be Superior Iron Man, but let me know your thoughts. Now, last but not least, this is something that I found very interesting. It seems like Marvel Studios might kind of take a play from the Stranger Things finale book and maybe put some Marvel Studios TV shows into the theaters on the big screen. So according to Brad Winderbaum, who is the head of Marvel Television, he runs the entire Marvel Television department. He said maybe we could do it for the finale of Daredevil when talking about Marvel TV projects possibly having short runs in theaters. Now, when talking about this, he obviously, like I just said, he said maybe for the finale for Daredevil, he is not talking about putting the entire seasons on theaters. Would you go see an entire season in theaters? Would you do that every week? That is my question to you. I think the finale method is probably the best method. I'm not sure a ton of people would really go, especially if you already have the subscription for Disney Plus, you can watch it for free at home right as it drops. But for those who really love the theater, and maybe if it's a really big project like Loki or Daredevil, WandaVision, fans would want to go see it. I think the finale aspect to it would probably be a lot more appealing to a lot of different fans, because they could just watch the whole thing at home. And then if they're really enjoying the series, if they're really enjoying the season, and the finale is set up to be something really, really big, then sure, they could go to the theaters and just watch the finale. A lot of people did that for Stranger Things. It was actually very successful. So, taking a page from their book, it looks like that's something that they are considering to do as well. Again, I don't think they would really put in full series in the theaters. I'm not sure it would be that beneficial to them, and I'm not sure how many people would show up. But the finales, yes, it would work, depending on the project. There are some projects that I would not go to the theaters to watch. She-Hulk is one of those projects. I would not have gone to the theaters to watch that. The Daredevil finale, it looks like it's shaping up to be pretty big. I'd go to the movie theater to watch that, but it also means you probably have to give us a bigger finale, right? And you can't give us like a 30-minute finale for a show. Maybe you could do the last 2 episodes in the theater if they are shorter, around the 30-minute mark. But I feel like to watch it in the theaters, it would need to be at least an hour long. That's just my thoughts, though. I am for this, but again, it kind of depends on the show. But as of late, I would probably watch the most recent finales in the theaters, just because I love the theater experience. But go ahead, let me know your thoughts about this and everything in the comments down below. Are you excited about these new scenes going in Spider-Man? Are you excited to see RDJ fight himself as both Iron Man and Doctor Doom? And would you go see a finale or maybe even a whole season of a Disney Plus Marvel show in the theaters? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest Marvel news. And you can also find us on Instagram and TikTok. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.